All right. So this is what I had. Okay. I have a 2021 GLE 350 with the home link in the mirror, trying to program a garage door opener without the remote. All right. I got a garage door opener, Liftmaster. All right. This Liftmaster is the Security Plus 2.0 MyQ. All right, so it's got a rolling code, but it's very simple. It's not like an extremely complicated code. Okay, it's minimal. So I don't have a remote for this. All I have is the wall-mounted remote. All right, and the remote that's outside, where you can key in a code and open it. I had absolutely no problem following the instructions that came with this car. All right, with the Toyota Tacoma, the manual, the instructions in the manual on how to program it was spot on. It took me 5 minutes. I was done. I tried following the instructions that came in this, and I couldn't get it programmed for about 3 days. I kept going over the remote. Then I went on YouTube, and I tried to follow video instructions, how to program it. Everybody was a little bit different as the basic, but everybody was basically the same with little variations that shouldn't have made a difference. But anyways, it took me like 3 days of trying unsuccessfully to get this thing programmed. It's crazy. It shouldn't have to be this complicated. It shouldn't have to be this hard, right? Well, come to find out, it wasn't really hard. It wasn't hard at all, had they known what they were talking about. Okay, I guess the instructions are more geared towards the single code type of garage door opener, and then the rolling codes, they're like a back thought. Oh, and by the way, if you have a rolling code, do this and this and this, and it's like 3 steps, and then it doesn't work. So just a quick summary, okay, of what the instructions tell you to do. So the instructions tell you to hold the number 1 and the number 3 together up, okay, push it in at the same time and hold it until you clear all the memory on the home link. Okay, should there be anything recorded on there, it just gives you a clean slate to work with. Okay, so you do that. It blinks yellow, then it goes into like a rapid green, then it tells you let go. Okay, so I guess that tells you that everything's deleted, and you got a clean slate. Then the instructions tell you to pick 1, 2, or 3, push it in for 2 seconds, let it go. Now it's blinking yellow. Okay, and you hold up a remote to it, close right under the mirror, push the remote. It supposedly records the code, right? And then if it's a rolling code, it'll continue to blink green, telling you it's a rolling code. There's still another step you need to do. If it doesn't, if it just goes out, then you're all set. You got a single code, super easy, you're done. Push the button, garage door should open or close, okay? But I have a rolling code, okay, with no other remote. So what I did, following the instructions that came with the car, all right, and following most of the instructions on YouTube, all right, so what I did was I grabbed the remote. So I took that remote off the wall. In essence, that is a visor remote. It's just mounted to the wall. So I brought that remote in. I held these 2 buttons, cleared it out, okay, pushed the one that I wanted, started blinking yellow. I held the remote under the mirror, in front of the mirror, to the side of the mirror, above the mirror. I did this for 3 days. Nothing. 3 days I did that. I couldn't get it. Then I put the remote back on the wall. Then I grabbed the remote that's outside. I brought that in, and I tried to do that. Nothing. Same results. I could not get it to stop blinking yellow. Would not work. Some videos tell you, oh, what you got to do is you got to put it in learn mode. And once it's in learn mode, the garage door, then you come in here, and then you have to push the button up for 2 seconds, right? Let it go. Then push it up again for 2 seconds, let it go. And you got to do that repeatedly. I think even the manual in here touches on that, and it tells you that that's what you're supposed to do for rolling codes. It tells you that you have to hit the button repeatedly, okay, until the garage door works. Doesn't work, believe me. I spent hours trying to do this, and it didn't work. Finally, out of just sheer luck or frustration, I don't know what it was, I hit the learn code, okay, on the garage door. All right, little yellow light turns on. Then I came in here, and I was so frustrated, I just held these 2 buttons, 1 and 3, and I just held it for like 25 seconds, 30 seconds, okay? It started blinking yellow, then it was solid yellow, then it started blinking rapidly green, okay? Now, the instructions tell you that once it blinks rapidly green, you let it go and that clears the slate. No, don't do that. Don't let it go. Keep holding it, okay? As long as your garage door opener is in learn mode, keep holding these 2 buttons. It's blinking rapidly green, then it just shuts off on its own. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Usually it doesn't shut off. Usually it just stays on. But it shut off because it was telling me that it programmed itself. It got the code. Now what I did was I picked the number 1 button, held it up for 2 seconds, let it go, held it up for 2 seconds, let it go. I did that 3 times. Magic. Like magic. Everything was working. Garage door open, and I was in business. The garage door did some funny thing. It like beeped and blinked and told me that everything was all set. All right, so that's what you got to do. All right, do not follow the instructions in the manual. And most of the stuff that is on YouTube doesn't apply for some reason to this car. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I did need the visor remote. Maybe that thing has a special, coding to it that allows this to receive it. I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's different than the remote that's on the wall. I don't see how. It's just one, it's the same button. You just push it, it blinks, garage door opens. Push it, blinks, closes. And the longer you hold it, the longer it blinks. So I'm assuming that as you're holding it, it's giving off that code, right? But I don't know, for some reason, either this car is just different or what, but it didn't work, all right? So rolling code, put it in learn mode, hold these 2, blinking yellow, rapid green, then it goes out, then you let it go. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, do that for 2 seconds, 3 times, and you're golden, all right? Hopefully this helps. Let me know. If you have a question, drop it in the comments. I'll try to help you.